Welcome to the Hero Shack Radio Edition pre-show featuring The Great Cyclopian, issue number 9. Now accepting backers at fundmycomic.com. The link is below in the description. Thank you.
He's an alien from outer space. He crushed Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian, the great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. With the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopean. The great Cyclopean.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. The fingers always counting signs. A rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopean. The great Cyclopean. The great.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. With the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great The great Cyclopian, the great, fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong, fighting for the greatest good. Come into your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs, a rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Is it there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great.
This nigga living from outer space. He crashed the birth and he's here to stay. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you get yours now. Back up, the FMC. Fund my comic, you and me. The link is in the box below. Buy a book for the kids you know. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you get yours now. The great Cyclopian, the great, and you can't be now. Back to say the FMC. Find my comic, you and me. The link is in the box below. Buy a book for the kids you know. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you get yours now. Black Us the FMC. Fund my comic, you and me. The link is in the box below. Buy a book for the kids you know. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you can get yours now.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs, a rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mast. Heroes fighting to the last. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mass. Heroes fighting to the last. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? Oh, the great Cyclopian, Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great.
He's an alien from outer space. He crushed your world and he's here to stay. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are falling fast. From prophet heart to mask, heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you can get yours now. Back to state the FNC, from the comic you and me. The link is in the box below. Buy a book for the kids you know. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spelling signs. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great, and you can get yours now. From my comic, you and me. The link is in the box below. Buy a book for the kids you know. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great. Come and get your copy now.
So through.
Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from part to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great, the great Cyclopian, the great. The great Cyclopean, the great. Oh, oh. The great. They're good. You do great. Like you great. Look at great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. Thank you very much, you great. Thank you great. The great. The great. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. You now. Thank you, Dave. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. Thank you, Dave. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. The great. The great. The great. Cyclopian. The great. 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 The great.
Thank you. Thank you, gay. Okay. Thank you, gay. Thank you. 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 Thank you, gay. Thank you. 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 Thank you, gay! Thank you, gay! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! Thank you, gay! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! Thank you, gay! Thank you, gay!
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great, fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. With the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great, fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. With the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great.
Welcome Welcome to the Hero Shack Radio Edition pre-show featuring the Great Cyclopian, issue number 9. Now accepting backers at fundmycomic.com. The link is below in the description. Thank you.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian, the great. The great Cyclopian, the great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. One-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. Rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great. The great Cyclopian, the great. The great Cyclopian, the great. The great Cyclopian, the great.
The great Cyclopian, the great. He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind. With the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay.
fighting for the greatest good, coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? Up, up, the great and the great. Up, the great, the great, the great Cyclopian, the great. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? Up, the great and the great. Up, the great, the great. Up, the great and the great. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great and the great. The great, the great. The great and the great. The great, the great, the great.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great, fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good. Coming to your neighborhood. The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopian. The great Cyclopian. The great.
I think that's it. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I realize that. You think that's it?
I think that's it.
Oh my God. That has just like brainwashed me.
I have so many more too. I let my thing do its thing, and
Yeah.
then I picked out the ones that I thought were most memorable.
Okay.
But next week I will have an official trailer. This was in response to a very busy week as we
Mhm.
finalized some things, got the campaign ready, which I will tell you guys was right up to the last to the second last hour. And a lot of it, all of it, was just us, having to tweak it. But it's going to be accepting orders at 9:01 tonight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
that's
excited.
exciting. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Well,
Um,
I like the fact that we did kind of like a surprise launch.
we did indeed.
And there's so much to this that I'm going to get to bring out. Most excited about the reveal of Cyclopia. I really am. I'm really looking forward to developing a storyline with her.
Yeah, I know. I am right there with you, buddy. I think she's adorable
In her
I
own
do.
ugly way.
in her own fugly, ugly way.
Yeah,
She's so
she is.
cute.
She is no. Oh God, I don't want to date myself. I was going to say Cindy Crawford. Tony got me thinking of the '80s.
Well, I think the cool thing about her is that as the story unfolds, because she's just being introduced, and even though she has a name, there's a whole lot to her that you are going to bring forth in issue 9, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with her after the unfolding of Cyclopia in issue 9. Like,
Yeah.
what is she going to change? Any? Is it going like what is going to happen? Like, I'm looking forward
So
to.
obviously, I can't tell you what's going to happen.
No, I know you can't, but I'm just saying, like,
But there
knowing.
is a climax that occurs somewhere around 12,
Yeah,
and I'm from there. The future is the possibilities are endless. But there's so much to 9, like the introduction of Nightmare, which
right,
is nightmare as in dreams, but nightmare as in the mare of the night.
right.
And he is a very powerful figure in Peter's life, which we are now becoming aware of. In a sense, that is Peter's boogeyman right there at the top of the screen
Yes.
with the fugly head, which you'll have a lot of fun figuring out. And once you see it, you
I
can't
know.
not see it.
Yeah.
That is not his skin color, however. That is the reflection of the light coming down from above. And yeah, he is a very interesting character. And in the course of this, he is trying to keep Peter and Cindy, that's Cyclopia's real name, he's trying to keep them apart. Oh, but is he the good guy in this situation?
Yeah.
Is Cyclopia really the best thing for Peter?
And who is Cindy?
That's her real name.
Okay. I
You know,
wanted to make
Peter and
sure.
Cindy. Yeah.
Peter and Cindy.
Yes. And you'll see a lot of cool things in this issue,
Yeah.
which you already know about because she's playing a little coy, but
I
she
do.
editor, so she knows all about it. She's trying to play devil's advocate. But yes, the hope is that the reader will enjoy this like a roller coaster ride because this issue is full of surprises.
Mhm.
And really, it's almost like we go full throttle and it doesn't stop. Now there are pages that I did not show tonight. There are pages that I still won't reveal. There are deeper secrets that I'm very wired about. This book, I hope. Well, I know what it's going to do. It's going to just and energize the whole thing. Because the stakes get so real, you know. We introduce, as Captain Aura likes to say, we're introducing a new set of jabronis that come against the core group that have been supporting the Great Cyclopian.
Yeah.
And by tomorrow, I will have issue 8 up on HeroShack.com. Free PDF reading. It should be up tonight, but my apologies. I was just working right up to actually 8:30.
Right.
So I will post that by tomorrow. And I'm excited about that. We kind of keep it a little bit of a secret, but I put the comics free up on the website once we publish the next issue. So if you're destitute and you're at a library and you don't have money and you want to read a comic, HeroShack.com updates every month.
There you go.
It's a month behind the print edition, but you can still read it. And if you're a kid, join on. You don't have to spend a thing. All you have to do is read it. Drop a line once in a while, though. Get your parents' permission, of course, but feel free to let us know you're reading and let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, we should look at the campaign page.
We should look at the campaign page.
Yeah, I should make you read it, though.
I can read it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to bring it up. We'll see.
Okay. You're going to bring it up. Okay.
All right. Is it up yet?
It is up. Yeah. I think it's up. Wait. It says
Let me
this
reload
campaign.
because it should be
We
started.
need to reload it because it's telling us it has.
There we
not
go.
started, but I
Do you
think
see
it's
it?
started. Yes, I see it now.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are. Oh, what a beautiful graphic. I love it.
Oh, you want to look at the graphic? There we go.
Yeah, look at the graphic. So it is in funded, but I'll raise it, but it's a raise mode. Keep it all
Oh,
mode.
yeah. Let's explain that.
Right. Go ahead. You explain that because I
All
still
right.
get
So the mode we've always used was the other mode. It was all or nothing. And what that meant was they would hold the funds or the pledges. And then on the last day, if we made the funding, they would launch them all at the bank at once. And this created a huge problem for many of our backers, including ourselves. Once or twice we had backed for other people who weren't going online. And when it came time for the pledge to go through, our bank said this is weird, and we didn't get through.
right. So
So
this
we
will
know it
prevent
happened.
This
This
will
way,
prevent
the way that it's set up now, and this was discussed with Fund My Comic to be able to like the best solution is the money gets pulled the day of the purchase, so
Right.
that way your bank is not going to get hit at the end of a cycle if you buy more than one time.
Right.
And by saying that, I'm not suggesting that anybody buy more than one time, but I know it happens.
Right.
And we are greatly appreciative when it does happen, but it's for that reason that we're doing that. So, yeah, that's a cool thing to just lift up just because we're working on trying to make it better.
We
Um,
are.
all right, so
So-
upside down, do you want to do the story?
Yes. This issue, Fighting for Peter's body, mind, and soul. Introducing Nightmare in Cyclopia. Okay, so the story. Peter finds himself in turmoil as he's facing a cerebral attack from the parasite known as Queen Sting, while Captain Aura, Cardinal, Wiretap, and the Kung Fu fighting Fiber Frog defend against another wave of combatants from Zenith's team. Cindy, the Cyclopia, and the terrible Nightmare premiere in this amazing full-color 30-page feature. The mysteries of the Great Cyclopian are unfolding fast.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell you guys, this will be an issue that you will probably want to read a couple of times. The way Chris has written it, there's forward and imaginary and backward and present mode. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's a great story, but you have to be like, when you're reading it, you really have to think about what you're reading, because a couple of times during the editorial process, I'm like, excuse me, sir. He's like, just keep reading, but you don't know, just keep reading. I'm like, aha. And then it's revealed because you think that the writer has somehow gone off the deep end when he's painting a different presence.
Well, the funny thing was, I got to see what it would be like if you were actually a reader. And because you have my audience sometimes while you're reading it,
Most
I'm
times.
right there, and
Mhm.
she's like, hey, I'm like, just go. Please, just 2 more pages.
All right, so
We got the message.
scroll it down.
No, wait, something point out here. On the left,
Yeah.
the Great Cyclopian number 9
Uh-huh.
is the alternative cover. And
Oh,
on
yes.
the right, a little bit lower, is the standard cover.
Yes, with the H. The one with the H is the standard cover, and it has the number 9 on it in 2024.
Right.
And the one that's in next to the story is the alternative cover, which I like them both. I would like to see, and we'll probably just print one for me so I can put it in my office, the Great Cyclopean 9 alternative color as a poster. I'd like to see that as a poster. That'd be cool. framed
can
and
work
everything.
on that. We can work on that. We can
Um,
add tiers. We can't really do much editing to the tiers that
right. Okay, so
So down
let's.
here you have page samples.
Yeah, look at how cool that looks.
You like that?
I do.
Nice.
I do. The very last, the very last panel. It's really kind of grotesque looking. If you know what you're looking at, it's really not. But
No,
yeah,
it's really gross. It's awesome gross.
yeah. I
This is
suppose.
the kind of gross that my readers really dig, and I know because like I talk to them, and it's a little scary, but they
Mhm.
enjoy the thrill of it. And it's not really too gory. It's very fantasy like. Um, but I know. Okay, so without getting too deep on everybody, I
Mhm.
know that my younger readers are really digging it. And when I learn that, I get really excited. So I know this might seem bizarre, and even to Diana, where she's like, "Ooh, that's a little." I haven't gone too far. I go by much advice from younger readers who tell me when I go too far, and we know this because we've heard it.
Yeah, that's
And
funny.
they're so funny. Like one time I drew a position and the finger kind of it was a guy waving, but the middle finger was a little weird to them. And
Yeah.
and they were like, you gotta fix that because it looks like he's giving someone the finger.
Oh my god.
I didn't see it, but I'm like, you know what? If they think so,
Then we're gonna change it.
yeah. So it was hilarious, but that's the kind of like censorship I
Right.
find myself under. Um
Do you
so
want to do the tiers? You want me to do the
well,
tiers? What do you want to
we're
do?
still going down the column on the left. So
Okay.
also in the book, there is the second part to the Cardinal of Justice, which I'm kind of putting in there of justice just to keep us free from any copyright possible, claims. There's a lot of cardinals out there, and that part is in black and white, just like the first part that was featured in issue 8.
Mm-hmm.
It is based on the concept by Eric Tamburino, with minor tweaks to fit into the Hero Shack universe, and also other reasons, which are very cool.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, here we have the Love Lost T-shirt, which is actually the art that Diana wants to see as a poster as well. But yeah, you can get that as a T-shirt, which I'm excited to see how that does.
Right.
And there's the standard cover again. I'm sorry, I had to burp.
I'm like,
Here are the metal cards for this campaign, and this is something I'm experimenting with. It's definitely a sales tactic, but what I'll explain as we go. It's another 8-card set, 2-sided, and you can see the cards as they're planned. If we get demand for another piece of art, I might consider switching out one for another. We could do votes if somebody wants to push for one. Here is the backside. And the backside is the huge 2-page spread where the team goes into battle against members from the Zenith team.
mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that there's 8 cards. So there's a corner missing, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So in our stretch goals,
Welcome to the Hero Shack Radio Edition
what
pre-show.
did you do?
No,
You did
I did that by accident.
welcome to the Hero. So in the stretch goals, 500 is our initial funding goal. That's where we want to get so that we can feel good about what we're doing, right? 1,000 will get you the exclusive Cyclopian 4x4 magnet, very similar to the magnet we gave out last campaign.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is concept art. And so she isn't as she appears in the book. She's as she appears in concept. And will she ever don this costume? Well, quite possibly, but maybe not. We'll see. At any rate, that should be a very important piece of memorabilia for those who dig Cyclopia. Now at $2,000, is the secret metal card, but it will complete the second side. This image, it will complete that back image. It'll have that piece.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very sneaky, I felt.
It is very sneaky. But I'm trying to look at.
Now we can do tiers if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so in 55 days, we're trying to sell $15. It says plus shipping. Why does it say that? Because it's free shipping in the U.S.
Well, it's free shipping in the U.S.
So it's for the Canadian charge. It's showing it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the standard edition. We have an alternative cover. And what we need to do is put up a tier with both of them, but I don't have that yet. I think you can order them both at the same time.
We do have them.
Do we?
Oh, you mean a tier with both?
Yeah, just both.
They only click once?
Right.
Yeah.
We have the metal card set for issue 9. At $25, we have the Love Lost t-shirt. Now, I didn't put the t-shirt in there, too. I wanted you to see the art as it is. The t-shirt's over in the left-hand column if you really want to see it.
Yep.
We have an option of sizes and colors, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Cyclopia's Cabinet. This was Diana's creative endeavor to write into the campaign. All 9 issues, plus the limited edition alternative cover. The 2-sided full-color metal set. And the Love Lost t-shirt. That's 10 comics. A fantastic collector set of metal cards and an awesome t-shirt. For $250. You also get any stretch goal rewards that we hit. So odds are, judging by previous campaigns, you'll get that 9th card.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a nice little motive, right?
Yeah.
We're still running the Peter's PDF reading project. And that's why you'll be able to read issue 8, because we're putting it up for free, but we're also giving people the option of dropping $5 in the name of,
It's
free.
kind of like the coffee thing where people just gives you a couple bucks or $5 just to keep your. So it does help. It does help us defray.
It goes directly to us.
Yeah,
but
it goes right to the business, so it does help to defray a little bit of the cost, but it also, I think is a really cool idea.
Hey, how come
what?
I'm not seeing the website?
Where?
I wasn't looking at the campaign. How come? Because you hit the play button. We've been looking. Oh my goodness. People did not get to the page.
What did I do?
Page, and you hit the video, right? And so I'm talking, and the video stayed up, but we were scrolling through the page, and
oh, what an idiot! That's because
so everybody. Here it is in fast forward. Ready? There's a tier $15. There's a tier $15. There's a tier $50. There's a $25 t-shirt tier. I didn't want to show you the t-shirt. Here's Cyclopian.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
They're probably going, what's he talking about? I don't see Cyclopia in any concept art. Oh goodness. Because let me see what happened. Okay, so you went over here.
I don't know what I did. My cursor dropped down and I clicked the thing and it was on the wrong thing that I clicked.
You went like that.
I did something.
And then it didn't go back to this.
Right. I did something like that.
You're funny.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
Welcome to the campaign.
Yeah.
We do have mucho time, so that's good.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm going to remove this for now.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I'm going to go back on camera. So what else can we talk about tonight about this?
Well, we have, I sold my first rag doll. I thought that was exciting to one of our students. His mom bought it for him and he loves it. She actually sent the picture and everything else.
I know. I saw the picture.
I can't show it because he's in there.
I would show it too, but it's not our child and I have not asked for permission.
Yeah.
So I certainly don't want to do.
He bought about 4 of our t-shirts. Well, his mom bought 4 of our t-shirts and the rag doll, which came out, I think, the best yet. And he took a picture with everything, like in his t-shirt.
Comic too, didn't he?
Well, yeah, we got 8. He got a Great
Issue 8.
Cyclopean 8, issue 8.
So he's all caught up.
He had issues 1. His mom bought him issues 1 through 7 during the school year, and he actually worked for it for doing homework and chores. Worked for each issue, and she reached out through me on Facebook because I posted that Cyclopean doll. It really wasn't finished, and at any rate, I made another one for them, and so. The Cyclopean ragdoll has an embroidered I, an embroidered C, and an embroidered belt.
You know he wants the action figure, right?
He didn't say that though, but yeah, he does. I mean, I think he would love to have an action figure, and I was a little worried. I did tell his mom.
Every time I pull this out, he tries to take it.
I know. I know.
I love it.
But he can't have it.
So I should show while we're here. Hang on. I got to take some of these out of their stands. All right. So if you were around for the last campaign, you got to see a story featuring the early Titans of Justice. And if you've been around for a while, you know what they are. But you've all seen Captain Aura, right? Right? You've seen Captain Aura?
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. Hang on, I should make myself big. Yeah!
What the heck? Why? Why?
I just grew.
God.
Okay, so there we go, right?
Yeah, I see.
All right. All right, so. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, buddy, Vulcan. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see that?
I did.
He just went around the world 3 times.
He's so quick.
Yeah. And then we've got. Oh, no, wait. I want to show you this one first. I don't have his Power Thunder thing on. But. Do you remember this one?
Let me see. I don't know. I can't see it.
Thunder Fist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then. What's his name, baby? What's his name?
I don't know.
What's my name?
Chris? Moonstar. Moonstar. Moonstar.
Did you almost say moonshine?
I did, but it's Moonstar. I know it's Moonstar.
Yeah.
I know it's Moonstar.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the point of all this is to announce the launch of issue 9.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Moonshine to the rescue.
Oh my God. I can't believe I did that again.
I can't believe it. All right, so do some selling. So when we're at the convention, right?
Do some selling.
Yeah, how do you do it at the convention? You send me away.
I send you away. Well, you don't have to leave now. No, if people come up and
you're at the booth alone. Pretend I'm walking around. I am not with you right now. I'm over like staring down like the pros going, wow, man, I think I know that guy. That's so cool. Yeah.
And what do you want me to do?
I don't know. What do you do?
At a show?
Like you're at the table. What do you do?
I chit chat with them and I talk and I ask them, "Are you enjoying the show?" And if they have kids, I'm like, "Oh, look at how cute!" Or if they're dressed up, I compliment them.
All right. Hang on. I can help here.
So I do all that.
All right, hang on. I will help. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming to chit chat, but I'm not going to be me. Okay?
Oh, who are you going to be?
You'll see.
Oh no, guys, what is he doing?
Hi.
Hi.
What's wrong with that guy? He's only got one eye.
Well, actually, he was born that way.
Do you sell My Little Pony stickers?
No, we don't. But we do have stickers. They're more along of Marvel and DC characters if you'd like to pick one. But you mentioned the eye, and did you notice that he doesn't have a mouth or ears?
No, I didn't.
No, but you notice that he has an eye, one.
Oh, wow, that's weird. He doesn't.
Yeah, and guess what? He can't talk. Did you know that he couldn't talk? He has no mouth. He can't use a mouth to talk. He actually can speak, but guess what he uses for speaking? Can you take a guess?
Panasonic speaker?
No, he actually uses his hands. He does sign language. Do you know what sign language is?
Duh. There's a stop sign at the end of my road, lady.
Oh, no, 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 no. So people who are deaf often use their hands, and it's in a complete language using their hands. It's actually a beautiful language, and they use it to communicate with other people that can read sign language. So for our friend, his first name is Peter, by the way, and he's about 19, 20 years old when our series first started. Because he can't hear and he can't speak, he learned sign language. And yeah, but he's kind of cool looking, don't you think?
I do kind of dig him.
Number one, I would not be laughing at this. I would be much more serious than this. Okay, I would not be laughing.
I
But
did try, but that was really cool. You kind of have a nice little spiel going.
yeah, well, I kind of do. I literally, um, I talk to them just like I would talk to anybody coming to the table and direct them to the things that we are selling, like the Great Cyclopian. And it usually, um, especially when people just stop and kind of look and go, that really does happen. Like, so.
Well, it is funny because you will take it right to it, you know? Did you
Mhm.
know that he doesn't have a mouth?
Yeah. Did you? Yeah. And I do like, okay, so you've noticed the big one eye. What else did you notice? And it sounded like you were trying to be a little kid.
I
And
was, and I was trying to be a little evasive, a little bit of a wise
I know you were
kid.
being fresh. And so, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, hey, so we have a backer. Guys, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for our amazing like fans out there. We have a backer. There has been let's
Oh
see.
man, we need like music or something.
I know. Chris, you why didn't you do
Thank
that?
you guys.
Why didn't you do that? So somebody bought Cyclopia's cabinet. Woo woo. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Halfway there.
That's such a cool way to be able to start the campaign, which we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, we do.
Um, so that's exciting.
This is why I
So,
don't do well in sales, though. I get blushy. I always remind people they can read it for free.
that's like his sales thing. Typically, when I am talking to people and trying to get them excited about the Great Cyclopean, that is the last thing that I offer.
That is my
It's
fatal flaw.
usually, um, if I know they're not going to buy, but they're the little kid, like the parents, just like, yeah, whatever, lady, shut up talking. But the kid is like, oh, it's so cool, it's so cool. That's when I'll say, by the way, here, take this, take this information, go right to our website, you can read them all. And if you like it, and your kid wants to buy a book or you want to buy one, feel
Or
free.
if you want to
So,
buy a rag doll, living in the movies, hot tramp, your daddy's little cutie, so fine. Never see you laughing at the back door. Mad. I said laughing, it was leaving.
oh my God.
Aerosmith, like 1990.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Ragdoll, remember it?
Yeah. So we ask Chris, me, myself, and I will often say, don't you need a walk? Or, I could really go for a Coke or something cool to drink. Why don't you go and, yeah, I do that. I send him away to the table because he doesn't mean to, but he's not a salesperson. And he gets really excited and really silly. And so
Tries to pass kids' book under
you
the
did sell some trading cards, though, one time. You sold 2 of them for $5. I thought that was kind of cool. To a couple of gentlemen.
begged for that.
You were
I was-
so excited too.
I was like-
Begged for that.
I was like, come on, kid, if you don't buy something, my wife's going to know I'm a fraud. I can't sell.
You did too, because when I came back, the guy said, your husband begged us to buy these. Like, I'm so sorry. Do you want your money back? And I'm like, no, we're just kidding. But he was telling us
But
Yeah.
we do have a good rep because like we're the kind of people my wife has sent me to chase down people who she owed money to. They walked away before they got their change, and I come
couldn't
back and
believe it.
she's like, "I can't leave the table. He's in a blue shirt. He's about 9 tables down on the left. Do you see him?"
I was such an idiot. I couldn't believe it.
It was amazing.
Believe it.
Well, it wasn't your fault, and it wasn't his fault. It was just the nature. But she's like, "I got money for him. You need to go get him back here."
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I was like, oh my God. Well, what happened was we were running a special that if you buy anything from the table, you could spin our wheel and there were different prizes that you could get. So he didn't get a prize. He didn't spin the wheel because I got so excited in talking with him because he was really interested in the comic that he went off and I think he bought like 2 issues and he bought some metal cards. He bought a bunch of stuff. And he gave me the money. He gave me like, it was like $35. He gave me 2 20s and we were still talking. So not only did I not have him spin the wheel, I forgot to give him his change back and he walked off. And I'm like, oh my God, I owe him money. So I came back and I gave him this money and I asked him to spin the wheel and he got a prize. So I thought that was good.
The one thing about our prize wheel, and I'm very disappointed. I rooted for this and nobody would listen. It's impossible to lose. You will walk away with something off that wheel. And I'm like, shouldn't we like put Forevertron on there and like, you get nothing. In fact, give me that.
No.
We're just stealing.
We did change it though. We did change it. Before it was, remember that? About a year ago, maybe a year and a half.
When
We
we
were
first
doing our
started.
cons, and I had this great idea. We'll put the wheel up, and people can win a prize. And we really were trying to get rid of a lot of old prints that we had done, and they were hanging around, and so they could win a print. And we had books up there. I think we had a T-shirt at one point.
Well, remember, so just to give people a little history, Hero Shack was my first title, my first series, and it was Hero Shack and Sandbox, and then Hero Shack in Search of Heroes, and they were really anthology superhero books that had the Great Cyclopian in a previous inspiration, as well as characters like Arctic Blast, 55. I believe I had Forevertron in that one too, but he was a different incarnation of him. And so I did that for like the first 2 to 3 years. And we actually went and sold these things around at conventions. And we were at the point where you get pity buys when you first start. But thank God for those people because they light the fire. They keep the hope alive. And it's why a lot of times I'll come home from a convention and I'll get books you wouldn't believe. You'd be like, why did you buy that? Well, because I want to encourage. I want to get that talent going. I want to help that person see that, you just do right, you do well, and you will get rewarded. People will buy your stuff. I've rarely seen anybody not grow every issue. And I know that we're a testimony of that, but I know everybody I see around me that I've been watching for the last 5 years, you can see the people who are growing. You can see the maturity. Like, we got to see Gary from Pyramid Nights not so long ago, and I was so impressed with the library of books he's put together.
Yeah.
And it's a message for every young kid out there, every young adult, every old adult who wants to get started. Don't delay. Don't worry about it. Get it together, get it going. It's like a bike. You're going to fall and scrape your knees a couple of times before you get it right, but just get out there and brother, sister, they, them, whatever. I don't know. It's 21st century. I guess I should just say friends. So friends, if you're out there thinking about making a comic, go for it.
Yeah.
You need advice, you can ask. I'm not the, Yoda of comic books, but I like to think of myself as like a Han Solo.
The Yoda of comic books. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm not quite like, but Han was never all that tough. Like they always made him out to be a tough guy.
Yeah.
But have you ever noticed like Han would be there with like a drink and you'd like barely ever see him take it. He'd be talking, shooting, talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm yawning. I just turned my camera
That's
off.
not fair. This is a launch party.
It is a launch party, and so I'm partying, but I wanted to get the yawns away from me. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I know what you did. So I wanted to just touch base again because we were talking about the wheel thing, and I was starting to talk about that, and then you went down a road I don't know why, but you did. The wheel that you said you would like to get rid of, but you've decided we can't get rid of. Now we put it down that you have to buy one thing off the table, and currently our lowest priced item is a metal card for $2.50. But on the wheel itself, you could win, a bunch of different items. So, or one of the items. So and that I think is kind of a nice thing to do. I don't know.
No, I think it is.
We still give away the prints. We still have people look through our book of prints, and we are getting rid of them. And it's not that they're terrible prints. A lot of people are like, you're like,
No,
really?
ladies and gentlemen, you should ask for these prints as collector's items because, yeah, they are not my best work, but they are work.
Oh yeah.
And
No.
and I do think that if you like watching someone grow, my career is one to watch. Um, in fact, I know it. I'm getting very excited. That's not the same as being cocky, by the way, but I'm getting very excited. Issue 9, the Cardinal, part 2. The whole thing is just coming together like a well-made Donnie and Marie song. It's full of harmony.
Right.
And it's harmony.
Ronnie and Marie. Oh my God, I can't even.
It's the 70s, my love.
Oh, I know, but
I was
still.
made for loving you, baby.
Oh,
You were made for loving me. That was Kiss's disco rock hit.
I know.
I have to help her with the nostalgia. For you young folk out there, I know that helps you, but she should remember she's not.
I'm not really good at stuff like that.
I was gonna say you're not. You should know.
Well, I do after you say it. After
Oh,
you tell me the answer, I know it.
she's back. The smelling salts are done. She's back.
Did you hear me? I said after you tell me the answer, I know it.
Well, that's cheating.
It's not cheating. Then I know the answer because you told me.
Yeah,
Guys,
but
I
what
was.
if I'm wrong?
Oh my God.
I
What?
could be wrong. You should know these things.
I should, but it's unimportant to me, so I don't keep it in my
Like
brain.
if I told you that Sylvester Stallone's best role was Terminator, would you agree?
No,
Why?
because I know him as Rocky.
Okay,
Right?
but was he good in Terminator?
I don't know. I guess I don't really remember. It wasn't a good movie. It was kind of yucky and bloody. I didn't really care for the movie.
All right. Well, what about when he was in Saturday Night Live or Saturday Night Fever?
Who?
Sylvester Stallone.
That wasn't Sylvester Stallone.
Who was it?
That was Travolta, John Travolta.
Oh, she got it. All right. I can stop messing with you. You actually picked out some actual.
Factual actuals. I do have a few. I liked that movie. Terminator.
Do you know who was the main star of Terminator?
Yes, I do. Let me. I know who he is. He's now playing like daddy movies and stuff, and the name will come to me in a few minutes.
No, he's not playing daddy movies.
Yes, he was.
No, he's an old man now. The
He
last
was.
thing I think he did was like Terminator Return 9 or something. He was in the last sequel and he totally got nerfed through the whole thing.
Didn't he? Yes, I remember we went to the theater to watch it.
No, we did
Remember?
not. No.
Yes, we did.
You did. I never went to watch that. That was Jamie Lee
Arnold
Curtis.
Schwarzenegger. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. And
Yes.
yes, he did like daddy daycare movies and stuff. He did these weird.
Yeah,
movies.
around 2005.
Well, yeah, but he did. He was the same guy that did that.
Lately, though, all he's doing is a couple of action flicks that he's horrible in.
Wow.
And apologies, because
It's hard to grow.
during the virus, he said that our freedom shouldn't matter. And now he's apologizing and I don't know, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah, the virus made everybody weird. One way or another, people got strange. And it couldn't be helped, you know? It's the way it is. The whole world went upside down. So
Mm-hmm.
remember that, people, extend a little mercy, grace, and love, because,
There you go.
you know, people panic. It's kind of like when people are drowning. Some people will try to pull you under to save themselves, and other people will know enough to relax and allow,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? There's two
Mhm.
kinds of people.
The
And
good kind and the
unfortunately,
not good kind.
no, I wouldn't even say that. There's a level where there are people who are going to panic, and people are going to know, oh, I need to stay calm. And in my case, I believe God
Where are
will.
we going with this? I'm worried.
I am going north, south, east, and west, wherever it takes me, baby. We are live on the internet. We're selling a fantastic comic,
We
Cyclopian.
are.
Yep.
We are. We are. You're right.
We have a huge first backing.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably know who it is, but I'm not going to look right now because I don't want to gush and I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I'm
Right.
excited. And whoever it is, thank you. That's what really counts.
Um,
Yes.
I just,
So you stop me and you say, where are we going? And now I don't know. You stop the car. Now I'm in the middle of nowhere. You just stopped me in the middle of the desert where I had no idea where I was going, but we were going to get there.
sometimes you talk so much that I forget. I lose my train of thought because I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, and then I forget what
Do
you're
you know why
saying.
that is?
Um, tell me.
I used to be an AM talk show host. Yep.
I thought you were going to say an AI talk show host. I'm like,
I
no,
used to get on the radio in rural Minnesota and give the weather reports and report on chicken egg harvesting for the day.
So, one of the things that I wanted to ask you about
Yes.
were the questions that you had listed, and I can't find.
FAQs, yeah, they're at the bottom of the page.
There we go. Okay, I found it.
I was messing around, see if they make sense.
Okay, so on the campaign, if you look under FAQs, frequently asked questions, you will find 5 questions that I didn't even realize Chris had put up there, but I actually thought it was pretty good. I really liked them. So, how does Peter eat? That becomes obvious with issue 9. It does?
I think it does.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so in issue 9, you are going to find out how the big guy eats because he does eat. Who is Peter? He is the one-eyed guy, the great Cyclopian. What is Peter? Reportedly, he is an extraterrestrial. Who is Cyclopia? That's answered in this issue. One guy makes his whole book. Yep, that would be Mr. Christopher Tamulevich.
Now,
So-
I want to let people know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but I think it's important to share. Teams that create together are awesome. It's kind of like you can have the Beatles or you can have, you know, Spinal Tap, from one extreme to the other. But a solo creator is a little different. It's not necessarily any better or any worse,
Right.
but it's important to me because I know that how I feel when I see a creator who does all of it. And it makes me feel a certain way because it's a creative way to make stories. And the less you hand out to other people, unless you're connected like the Beatles or like, you know, the Stones or
Mhm.
do they have bands these days? I don't even know who's good anymore these days, but
I don't know.
you know, unless you've got a cohesive unit that you can share in the creative process,
Mhm.
it's tough. And for me, it's always been better solo. That has a lot to do with my Asperger's. It has a lot to do with the fact that when I draw, I burp and fart a lot and people can't work around me.
He's disgusting. He's a very disgusting person. I
I'm
can't.
not disgusting, but you know what? If our younger readers are watching right now, they just had a good laugh.
Did they now? Are you sure about that?
You know what? They tell the burp and fart jokes too.
I see.
Do you see? Do you really?
I do because I was around them. So yeah.
Still, you act surprised. What the heck, lady?
Mm-hmm.
um, I did get side railed though. What were you? What were you? Oh, what were you saying?
That's what I mean. You went down this whole other path. I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say.
You
I
are the guardrails, my love.
I
It's
know.
Wednesday night. You know your job.
You're right. You're
Take
right.
us home, baby. Get us there.
Oh, I am enjoying playing Hogwarts Legend. So I want to put a shout out to a couple of people out there. They know who they are for getting me hooked up with that game. So yeah, I'm actually playing a real live video game for the first time. Um, Animal Crossing doesn't really cut it. That's not a real video
You
game.
mean Tiffany and Steve, right?
Yes, yes.
I will say their first names. Thank you, guys.
And so, but I am enjoying playing it. It's very much like a story mode thing, and I get to sit there and listen, and try to
I
figure it
do
out.
have to say though,
Yes.
I do love the new PlayStation,
Mhm.
but it's shown me that I still love to draw more than play games.
Mhm.
I used to get before we were making comics, I'd get a system and be enthralled for 4 months.
Yeah.
Just every game I'd get sucked in, and it'd be this is the best. I played through Spider-Man on easy. Woohoo! I've messed around with a few of the other games, but when I do play, I'm still playing on my retro pocket. I'm enjoying Calamari Darsme, Katamari Darsme.
It's not calamari. That's
It's
like
Katamari.
okay.
And what it is you're a little like alien guy, and
Mhm. Oh my
you
God, that
roll
thing.
over things to make a ball, and you have goals like you have to make your ball so many centimeters tall, for instance. So you're running around a room and you're like running over thumbtacks, and it's building like a snowball might in the snow. And you gather things, but you can only get things of a certain size till you grow to a certain size. So there'll be some things you can't pick up right away, but you can pick them up. Anyways, I'm obsessed with it. I've beaten that game too, but now I can go for bigger stars and stuff. Every time I collect this stuff, it goes up into the sky and they make a new star out of it. Because what are they going to do with a bunch of junk, right? Uh, and it plays really stupid Japanese pop music. And Diana hears it and she's like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "Yep." It's like, na 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 na. Yeah, it's really weird, but I love it. Um, and I actually prefer that over the PlayStation. But there are still
Mhm.
games. I played Helldiver a little bit, and I do like that. Actually, it's Helldiver too.
Yeah.
Um, and a couple of the classics like Zombie, which was on the Wii U originally, and I don't know, the Turtle game, things like that. Bless you.
I'm sorry.
That was kind of cool.
So sorry, everybody. That came snuck up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I need to blow my nose. Okay.
There's
Keep talking.
there's the original concept drawing of Nightmare before he was even called Nightmare. If you haven't guessed, the gimmick is the hands coming out of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did tone him back though. Back then, I had a couple of heads in there. I had a jet engine on the top of his head. I had jawbones with teeth. You
Mhm.
know, but I reeled him in because I thought that's just too not realistic. I had to make it more
Oh,
realistic.
right. So this one is more realistic. It
More realistic,
doesn't
absolutely.
have the heads, the extra heads. It's got the
Yes,
extra hands though.
it's far more believable.
Mhm. Of
I mean,
course.
we won't talk about the fact that the muscles that would actually make the hand movements aren't at least evident in the way that they're drawn. There's no forearms to pull and push and
Right.
turn wrists, but it's amazing. You
It
know,
is amazing.
yeah, he's Peter's boogeyman.
You use Peter's Boogie. You know what? It is so weird. It's like I I was really like thrown off by him because I didn't know what the heck it was at first. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what it was. Like I when I was reading it, I'm
Well,
like,
because Peter was talking about somebody that nobody knew anything about,
mhm,
and everybody who was in the story still didn't know what he was talking about.
right.
So there was a lot of is he crazy? Is it did Chris just write weird stuff? And as she went through it, she understood what was happening. But
Mhm.
I'm very excited because like there's pages I haven't shown, because that will link all the little mysteries all at once. So
Right.
I need to let them. I need to wait. So next week when we premiere the official trailer, those pages won't be included, but we'll show a lot of the good art, and I'll have an official song. It'll be short. It'll be like a 30 to 1 minute video,
Okay.
and I'll put that on Fund My Comic as the trailer. Right now, there's not one. There's just a graphic.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a lot of things that show that the videos don't really affect sales.
Right.
What affects sales is word of mouth and getting out and talking to people.
Yeah.
So Diana's going to get us on a couple of shows that won't drive me crazy. And we'll be doing our weekly stream. We might pick up the streams a little bit if time permits,
Hmm.
even if she's not part of it, because she costs a lot of money per episode. And like,
Oh my God.
I know I'm not supposed to discuss contracts live, but
You're
come on,
not.
man. You milk me dry with these appearance fees.
You're so funny.
I know. I'm
No.
sorry. I will talk to your agent off the air.
I have reached out to a couple of people. I have it in my calendar to drop off
Your
some
lawyer, your agent. Yeah, I know.
books. Yeah, everybody, all these people that know you are good. We're doing good though, right?
I think we are.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw somebody that you know, that
Okay.
you work with,
Yeah.
whose son is deaf.
Who's what?
Whose son is deaf. You work with her. Don't say her name because I don't want to dox anybody or get.
Yeah.
And I told her we need to get her a copy of Cyclopian.
I didn't. Do I know who it is?
Oh yeah, totally. When I tell you the name, you'll be like, "Oh,
How old is this child?
I don't know, 4 or 5."
Oh yeah, he's too little.
No, you work with the mother.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yes.
Okay, she's tall, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was she doing at work today?
He wanted to see. They were at the playground and stuff.
Oh.
I guess that's what I saw.
Okay. Well,
But I got to talking, and you know me,
yeah.
I asked about the implants
Mm-hmm.
and got full knowledge. I was very, educated after that. But we talked a little bit about the struggles of sign language for the people who can hear. Like something I never thought about was how serious it is to a deaf person versus audible for a hearing person. We learn what we need to get messages back and forth, where for them it's a full spectrum. Like for us,
Right.
crayon of like it's a box of 48 crayons. For them, it's a palette of oil painting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Herman, hello, I missed you there, brother. You've been
He's
there.
been there for a while.
I know. I just noticed that. My apologies, my friend. Welcome to the nightmare. I hope I didn't scare you. Oh, I'm trying to think of the rest of the words. Do you know the song? Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know of the song. I don't know the words though.
Yeah, I don't remember them well enough, but
I
I know the song.
So I was wondering
Uh-oh.
what.
Girlfriend's wondering what's up.
Oh God. For the Great Cyclopean 9,
Yeah.
what do you think will be the most surprising thing that readers will find out?
There's so many.
I think it's going to be the way he actually eats. I think there's
I don't
gonna
think that's a big deal. That was actually revealed last issue, but people haven't put it together yet, I don't think. But it's made more clear in 9 for sure. To me, I think the most shocking thing will be the way that the team gets into battle with the jabronis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also think that the way Peter stands up in his story, in his dialogue with Cyclopia,
Right.
he expresses a lot of character and
Mm-hmm.
really reinforces the idea that he is truly like a 19-year-old Boy Scout, which is something I kind of enjoy writing.
Right.
I enjoy writing someone who just has a core of good moral foundation and
Right.
kind of just bumps into the world as it comes. And I like the bumping coming from his friends.
Yeah.
It creates for interesting events and interesting interactions because he's not a judgmental kid, so he's able to talk through a lot of things and understand things in a
Mm-hmm.
way I think most of us can't.
That's an interesting point. That's true, though. He is a kind of a gentle giant, isn't he? Don't you
Yeah,
think?
and you can relate um, to the most unrelatable people. You know, those who think they don't have a shot with anybody. Hey, you got two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Let's talk.
Right.
You know, Peter's got like one eye. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's
True.
not exactly going to get women pounding down his door. He's not George Clooney with a mask. He's literally got one eye, and there ain't much kissing going on there.
He's got a lot of personality. Let's put it that way.
Well, and it's still developing.
True.
One thing that we see with the situation with Cindy
Right.
is he is not like consumed with lust. One thing that she anticipated from him was like he would be like, "Oh my gosh, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. I want to just, I want to kiss you all over." That's what
Mhm.
she thought would happen, and he's like, "Yo, wait a minute, something ain't right. Something
Right.
ain't right." Um, and that's an angle that I think is important to model, to the reader and
Yeah.
to the characters within the book, so they know who he is. Uh, Smash the boogeyman. Speaking of smashing, one of the matchups that I'm having a lot of fun drawing is the Kung Fu Fiber Fighting Frog versus Tai Knot. It's actually turning out to be the most fun battle of them all because Tai Knots, he mocks Tai Knots. He says things like, "Yeah, you're about as tough as a bowl of ramen noodles."
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
Tai
Mm.
Knots is just like he's like a plastic man without the inventive, like, look, it's a crane. He stretches. He can't like become, objects and things like that. He's just a big ball of stretchy stuff.
But
Yeah.
there is some comedy relief for sure in the way it's written.
Well, you kind of have to have that. Remember, Fiber Frog is only a few days old himself.
Hmm.
He's been programmed to think and act older, but software isn't everything people want it to be. Uh, Peter needs to eat. Nightmare. Nightmare is going to be interesting, and I can tell you, he will be playing a role in the series after issue 12. Uh,
Hmm.
what we're witnessing is kind of like the preamble to his reign. Um, his main goal is going to be basically to survive and separate. Uh, he does not want to remain in Peter, and he's finding that he cannot just simply control Peter like he thought he could.
Mm.
So at some point, he's going to want to cut and run, and when he does, he needs to address a few issues. He can
Right.
survive in the real world.
Well, I think too, issue 9 um, definitely shows more depth to Peter and his troubles, his
Well,
stuff
there are
in
some funny
work
things.
for
I don't
him.
want to say too much, but like, there's a little bit of Groundhog Day in there, If you've ever seen the Bill Murray movie Groundhog Day, and Peter's triggering the events to repeat because of his responses to them as they go through. And there are certain things that are misunderstood, such as the situation was being manipulated by somebody who mistook I
Mhm.
equal sum to be the cousin of
Right.
Peter. Now, why would he think I equal sum is Peter's cousin? Well,
Right.
back in issue 3, I believe it was, it might have been 4, he came into contact with Plato. And Plato is I equal sum's cousin. When they contacted, they did a little animal mind meld, which happens naturally. It's not something that they do consciously. It just happened. So Plato's memories were implanted into Peter's mind.
Right.
And Plato being the cousin of I equal sum, that memory was misunderstood by the manipulating person. So they put I equal sum in a position assuming that was his relative when it really wasn't. It was that person. See, I'm hiding the identity. That person did not know. But when Peter would reject what was
You've
brought,
lost everybody. Everybody's sleeping now.
no, there's 6 people and they're not sleeping. If you're sleeping, type 1 in the chat, please. See, there ain't nobody sleeping, baby.
Okay, well, there you go.
I love you all. Thank you for being awake. I think I need to prove it. You know how I can prove it?
Ow. You froze.
Watch this.
Oh no, God no. You're gonna wake everybody up. The girls are sleeping. Stop it. The girls are sleeping. The girls are sleeping. The girls
Still?
are sleeping. The girls are sleeping.
Still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't even move.
What about this one?
No.
Are you sure? Because the cats
Yeah.
are looking funny. This one I can't even move without it. You hear it squeaking?
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, I guess we're part of the chicken militia.
Mm-hmm.
I have smaller ones over there. I have one on my keychain that makes noise if you squeeze it right. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But it's a little tiny one, and it has a little Weezer in it.
It has a little Weezer.
A little
Like
Weezer.
you? You a little Weezer?
No, I'm a weasel. I'm a little weasel.
You are a little weasel. So so I think that, for those of you, for the backer that did, I think you'll enjoy 9. I do. I think that 9 is going to be one that you read a couple times, I think, so that you get you don't miss any of the juicy details.
Let me just be explicit.
Mhm.
I know you're going to like it. I know you're going to get into it. I know you're going to read it more than once and you're going to be like,
Stop.
I don't think. I know.
I know.
Have you seen that video yet where the reporter looks at the woman that she's interviewing and she goes, "You're a musician." And she goes, "What you think that is? A magic or something?" Have you seen that?
No,
What do you mean, no?
I have not seen it.
Ooh, look at this. Rick's going high tech. He has headphones tonight.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
not much. So you're launching number 9.
Number
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You're on
Cool.
now. Yeah, we're excited.
Yes. And if you remember the Beatles, they had that song, number 9, number 9, number 9. And 9 is the loneliest number that you never knew.
Oh my God.
Number 9. It's a
Actually,
fun
one
to
of-
blow your mind.
I'm trying. It's popping though.
But
I
you're
hear all
popping.
the rhymes are trying to come out, honey.
Oh no.
It's
Rick, how
night
are
time.
you?
It's nighttime.
It is. It's after 10. It's like, oh my God.
That's not what I meant. I meant it's time for issue 9.
Kermit 2024.
Hallelujah.
I don't know why Tony is saying Kermit.
Although we disavow the use of the name Kermit for the frog, Kung Fu Fighting Frog.
Mhm.
So Disney, relax. Put down the attorneys. His name is
Kung Fu Fighting.
Yeah, but that's not his official theme song. Music producer guy, put down your lawsuit. Everything is parody, even the stuff that's real is parody. Isn't that what they say over at Crapcast, Outer Pangea? They say everything, even if it's based on a real person, is just parody and satire. So maybe I can get away with that.
Life is the
Oh,
parody.
Life is parody, isn't it, brother?
Tony wants you to show the Kermit figure.
Oh, wow.
Kermit the Frog of Sesame Street News.
This is the shape he's in right now. The flag is over there. I was trying to do the still frame animation, but the problem with these guys is like they're not precise moving, and I'm not very good at it yet.
Were you trying to do a Tony thing with action figures?
A what?
The Tony thing that Tony does with the action figures?
No.
With
Those all came from Tony and Joey. They made those.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I'm trying to do is use them in a, like a still frame animation. So like the guys will actually like come across the screen frame by frame, and then they'll turn, and I'll make their heads bob. I might even put like lips on the ones with mouth, like the not South Park, the Adult Swim guys. You know how they draw the little "Rawr, what are you on?" But first, I have to figure out how to make the figures move accurately enough.
Because the one there, the frog guy, looked like a Ninja Turtle head.
Yeah, well, he's a mashup, but he represents the fighting fiber frog.
The Fighting Fiber Frog?
The Kung
Yeah.
Fu fighting fiber frog.
Yes, the Kung Fu.
Fiber. Wow.
Fiber fighting frog. He has a flag, or a red flag too over here. But yeah, man, that's not a turtle. Look, clearly that's a frog, man. Clearly.
It looks like a Ninja Turtle head to me.
Those turtles look like frogs?
In this case, yes.
Those horrible turtles. Well,
I think
God
he should have
bless
got
the
one.
turtles.
Although I don't think they have any recent versions of the frog from Ninja Turtles that Shredder created. His for fighting frogs that turned on him. Bona Frog, Napoleon Frog, or I forget what they were.
Well, they weren't Battletoads, right?
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. So these flags, they're like flash bombs, which he actually used in issue 8. And we have the only one in existence, to my knowledge.
True.
Yeah, man, look at that. That little tiny red flag. If I threw this at you, Rick, it could blind you for momentarily.
They were the punk frogs.
Now, I don't know about the Canadian Shield. He has like no pupil, so he might have eye covering shielding him from such a flash.
No. He can be Shield can be blind for a short period of time from a bright light.
And then the frog will steal his cape and run away. Is the cape indestructible, or could he cut it off?
Well, he could take it off.
No, I mean, like, could he come by really fast with like a pair of scissors and just snip, snip, snip and run away?
No, scissors would not work on the cape.
Damn. That's too bad, because I'm trying to think of a funny way to irritate Canadian Shield, because he wouldn't be able to hurt him.
Well, the thing is, the cape is it's a, it's not sewn on or whatever. There's like Velcro or some sort of thing that it attaches like on the shoulder or whatever.
Well, wouldn't it be
But
even funnier if he just cut it and then like the shield is like, why didn't you just pull it off? See, Fiber Frog is not like necessarily the sharpest tool in the box. So I'm like, what else could he do? Does he have shoelaces? Could he tie his boots together?
no,
Dang. How about the shorts? Could he be pants? You know, where they run up and they yank down the shorts and run away. I know he's going to have overalls underneath, but yeah, then he has to pull them up before he can run or else he'll trip.
yeah, okay. So there's Attila the Frog, Genghis Frog, Napoleon Bonafrog, and Rasputin the Mad Frog.
And they are all pretenders to the throne.
They are the punk frogs.
They are not
They
kung
are-
fu masters.
They are teenage mutant punk frogs.
They are training under the master of the touchless punch.
Oh my God, you guys, I can't.
It's true. He
Yes.
doesn't realize that it's a superpower, but he's training under him.
Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So are you guys launched at this point?
Yes, we are launched.
Yeah, that was exciting because like over the last 2 days, it's been like back and forth. Luke making suggestions, us suggesting. The biggest change is it's now in the we keep everything mode and as opposed to all or nothing. And the reason we did it that way is because the all or nothing, the pledges are counted and then the bank transaction is held on to till the end. And then what happens at the end is, let's say Rick bought a book on the first night, and then on the fifth night he bought another set, and then on the third week he bought a T-shirt. Everything's held up until closing night, and then closing night, all three of your orders go at your bank at once, and your bank
Yeah.
the first one, and then it goes, wait a minute, this is a run. Somebody's been hacked, and then your card shut down, and your orders are being held up. And you're mad at me because your card got screwed with. And I'm mad at Square because they thought that, it wasn't them. It was the banks that thought it was a run. So this does the transaction, I think, within 24 hours. So there's no surprises at the end of the campaign. But yeah, we're going to have fun this time. We have fun every time, but more fun this time.
And hello, Tony.
Oh my God. So
Wow.
I was just choking for a second there.
Okay, you're allowed to do that.
Not really. I mean, if I die, would you be able to publish 9 on your own?
Yep. I have some very talented children who would help me.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because it is done. You just have to get it to the printer.
I know. I could do it.
Actually, you probably
What
could.
a terrible thing to say. Just like, can we just back that up? Did anybody pick up on that? Chris is
Well, I
like,
said I was choking. You're like, oh, that's okay. I'm like, well, okay,
Well,
that's cool. But if I
choking.
died,
you were having like a cough attack or something. You weren't really choking.
no, I was choking. There were like these little tiny shadow
Oh,
monsters.
here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
I just couldn't see them because I don't have my glasses on, but I know they were there.
Oh my God. I cannot.
Mr. Magoo. Remember him?
So, Rick, let's just move and see how Rick is doing today, because he just Rick. I need your address, by the way, buddy. You gotta send it to me so I can get your book to you.
Oh, well, maybe there might come an opportunity for you guys to just bring it here up here. I'm
That
thinking
would
of
be
trying to do. I'm trying to think of putting together a Christian Comic Con for up here.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do it yet. I've got to work on a lot of details. You know, it's a thought I've had for years. But you know, with the church I'm at, I could probably get that spot for free.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm thinking, you know, $30 to $50 a table.
Yep.
It'd probably be like, you know, 15 to 20 tables, vendors,
Right.
you
Yep.
know, you know, real small because the church is small, you know, but you know,
Mhm.
starting off small, you know, probably free attendance, so anybody coming in, you know, that way you might get a wider audience, people coming by to buy stuff.
Mhm.
Hey,
Right.
it's a free comic thing, you know.
Right. No, that's a great idea. I mean,
I
um,
think we do ours free too, don't we?
yes, ours
Yeah.
is a
So
free
you
venue.
know, you guys would, you know, very easily be welcome to have a table if you wanted. Welcome to do it, you know.
Mhm.
You know, it'd probably just be on a Saturday, you know, morning slash afternoon, you know, probably 10, you know, 9 or 10 to like, you know, 5 or 6.
Where are you living again? Where in Canada?
Hamilton, Ontario.
Hamilton, Ontario.
Pardon it?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are probably like a 4 or 5 hour drive from
I
where
was
you
gonna
are.
say
Hey
it's a
Rick, do
it
you have
would
any
be a day drive.
do you have any Sasquatch population in your area?
If there is, I don't know about it.
Oh my God, I can't stand you some days.
I
Why
would like
would you ask that?
I would like to go find a few.
Rick, I swear
I think I could make peace with them. If
he's
I brought them like Cyclopian number 9 and like a you know like a troll cake, a happy troll cake,
oh, there you go.
it would work.
You
I
need,
Hostess
you
troll
need to
cake.
get troll cakes made.
Yeah, man. But I could just like put duct tape on hostess cakes and call it troll cake. I could do that.
Oh God, I can't with you. Some days you're too funny.
Yeah, but it's not today, is it? I'm sitting here yawning. I'm starting to pass out. But I got to tell you, mostly because I wanted to get this launched so we could try to get these delivered around Halloween.
I know.
And if we waited too much longer, it would have been a 30-day campaign,
Mhm.
which does not do my cardiac system enough stress. It has to be like a longer than 30-day. Because at
Mhm.
about day 25, that's when I really start to feel the aches and pains. And I think that's good for the longevity of my life. It's like a stress training.
Mhm.
It's wonderful.
Kick
You know
Shield,
it's true. Girl, you
kick,
know it's true.
kick Shield and the Jimmies. Oh,
I have no
I think
idea.
you might be a bit. I'm not sure what that would do to Canadian Shield. It is.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you kick them with, right?
What's a Jimmy?
A Jimmy is that thing in between your left eye and your right eye. It's that one little piece of bone.
Call the forehead?
No, no, it's a little Jimmy. If you put your finger in between your nose and your forehead, you'll feel a little movement. That's the
Yeah.
Jimmy. That's the
Really?
Jimmys.
Okay, I was thinking Jimmy was a little lower,
It
but it
is.
was
I'm just
equal.
trying to. I
Oh
was
my
trying to. I
God,
had
you
her
guys, you're
going.
so. I'm
I
over here
had her. Look,
feeling.
I guarantee you. Yes, I guarantee you, Rick. I had her sitting there going, "Jimmy's. Let me feel where."
You did. You did. The camera was off. And the camera was off, and I'm over here going, "Hi, Jimmy."
I was gonna have her going too, man. I was gonna tell her Cyclopian's
Really?
weaknesses
What is
and
it? Like a
Jimmy's.
bumpy? And I'm like, I don't like feel the
But you had me. I didn't do that, but you had me somewhat going.
Oh my god,
again.
that's why we stay married though, because I keep her
Oh my
wondering, you
God,
know.
I can't stand them some days. I really can't. I'm shopping for an inflatable hot tub again. I really miss mine.
And just
That's what she says.
Diana, the
Yes.
thing they should have made that you not fall for it, kick them in there. So
Yeah. That's terrible.
No, but the Jimmys are the royal jewels. They're the
I
they're
gather.
the they're the baseball game stuff.
They're the baseball game stuff.
You can't play the game without bases, umpires, bats, and balls.
I guess it would
You need
depend
them
on.
all.
I think it would depend on how hard you hit him there. What would happen in
Hmm.
the suit because he's been hit in the face and he's said he's felt it in a couple comics. The hit. especially when
Mm-hmm.
he goes in the third one. He gets hit, gets a right hook to the jaw. It doesn't really phase him, but he's like, I felt that a little.
Well,
Huh. One day we will find the secret weakness of Deacon AD on Shield, and we will send Joe Biden to take him out.
what?
Joe Biden is super secret agent. You just don't believe it because it's his cover. Joe Biden can do backflips.
No.
You know why Joe Biden doesn't do backflips?
Why, honey? Tell me.
He's undercover.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, the covers prevent him from
You
jumping
thought
up
the
in the air.
CIA was there to protect him. They're there to protect you from him.
Promise issue 12, Diana. I'm promising issue 12. Why am I promising?
We can do it. Just me and you with a little love. We can make it out. We can make this whole work thing. I don't know. It's Palmer
So,
in the
what's
wings.
going on with issue 9? I haven't heard anything about issue 9. I know Fiber Frog got introduced in 8, and
The biggest thing is the
I equal sum got introduced in number 7.
I equal sum is actually in a bit of trouble. He ends up going off with some authorities, some legal
Right.
authorities, under the threat that his sister and friends were going to be severely harmed by the wicked arm of the law. So he has taken a back seat in this battle. We do see the premiere of Cyclopia. Her name is Cindy, and she is a one-eyed woman.
So
And
why don't we
She's
go
a
through the
one-eyed
campaign again?
people eater.
yeah, one-eyed people eater. What were you
Why
saying,
don't we-
babe?
Why don't we just go through the campaign? Because Rick hasn't seen it.
Well,
Pull
Yeah,
it
that
up.
sounds like
Let's
as
pull
long
it
as
up.
as long as you don't mess with it, we'll be fine.
I won't touch it. I'm looking at my
well,
own.
yeah, 250. What's the goal? 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So do you have it up on the screen?
I do. Can you see it?
I can see it. Yes, now I can. I had to click. Okay, so as you can see, Rick, this issue, Peter is fighting for his body, mind, and soul. We introduce Nightmare and Cyclopia. The story. Okay, scroll it up a little so I can read it. Peter finds himself in turmoil as he's facing a cerebral attack from the parasite known as Queen Sting. You're such a jerk. While Captain Aura and Cardinal Wiretap and the Kung Fu fighting Fiber Frog defend against another wave of combatants from Zenith Team. Cindy the Cyclopia and the Terrible Nightmare premiere in this amazing full-color 30-page feature. The mysteries of the Great Cyclopian are unfolding fast. So the cover that you see here where the story is, that is the alternate cover. And the cover to the right where the contribute for rewards, that is the standard cover. And then, Chris, you can scroll down the pages to see some of the
Okay,
internal.
the one that says $15. That's the standard,
Yeah,
where it's with Captain Aura's on it and a couple other characters, and the one where
Yeah.
it's him and Cyclopia.
yeah,
It's the
And-
alternate cover.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So here are the pages, some of the inside pages. Chris, don't be fresh. Stop the face. I'm going to come upstairs and pull your hair. Be nice. Let Rick look. And so these are just some of the, obviously pages inside. Chris, scroll it. Scroll.
I did.
Why isn't it moving?
I don't know. Is it not? It
Oh,
is
now
moving.
Moving for me, I see Love the Lost.
The Love Lost shirt. Okay. Also in the book, we are featuring part 2 of The Cardinal of Justice in stunning black and white. Based on a concept by Eric Tamburino, we are witnessing the start of a generational hero with an angelic backing. The Love Lost the Love Lost T-shirt celebrating the premiere of Cyclopia and the Nightmare, and then the Cheers. If you want to
I
put that.
like that, the pun, the nightmare. Mare.
Yeah, right. Night. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Metal card set, of course. Now, Chris came up with this idea for the metal card set. Um,
Is there going to be a daymare?
I don't think so. So the
Well, the
metal card
is
set.
Cyclopian rules the day.
So, Chris, why don't you explain the metal card set?
So the metal card set's two-sided, featuring art from issue 9 on one side, and on the back side it features the two-page spread from issue 9 of the battle just before it really starts kicking in between Cyclopian's friends and Team Zenith team. So what you're looking at is 8 cards. When they're flipped over and put together, you'll have this piece of artwork. But 8 cards do not fill up the whole sheet. What is that? Well, can you see the highlight on the screen when I highlight it?
I can see it highlighted. I just can't read it.
So the stretch goal at $2,000 happens to be the surprise 9th card, which will complete the backside of this art. But we have not announced what the 9th card is yet.
Mm-hmm.
If we get to $2,000, it will complete the backside. Otherwise, yeah.
Well, looking at those cards, I'd say it's Cyclopia.
I cannot say. Although I can tell you the first.
Although the picture says that it shows Cyclopia, but I guess that's the magnet.
Yeah, that's the 4x4 magnet concept art. So that's her in a outfit she may never wear in a comic, but I really liked it, and it was her first real picture where I was like, yeah. Because before that, I was trying to draw her without a head. She's different from Peter in that she has a head, even though she has no ears or mouth or nose. She still has the form of a head, which makes it much easier to make her look humanoid. A woman with nothing there, a woman with a head like Peter's looks really bad. So I did not do that. But yeah.
Well, you put some long hair on Peter, maybe.
Oh, that would look kind. Yeah, well, it was funny because everything I did when I was first concept drawing it, I was like, yeah, that's evil. I can't do that to any lady. No.
Yeah, but it's just not that he's a different species, but it's just a woman of a different species at that point.
Right. Hey, what is this down here? It says there's a 2.
What's that?
I think that's if we put another item, but we don't have another one down there. See down here where it says 1 of 2?
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything, so it must be like ready for us to put another one in.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you saw the rewards. We didn't really touch base on that, but the book is $15. United States, no shipping. We will be offering the alternate cover. We just haven't. We actually did put it up. I'm sorry. The metal cards are $50. The T-shirt's $25, I believe. Yes.
Are you going to do both covers together as a here? So maybe save a little bit.
I think so, Chris. Right?
Like here together for like maybe $25.
I
don't know. We were thinking about it after the fact. I don't know if I will. We'll think about it like tomorrow in the morning and probably do it. But tonight I'm just like, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a miracle to get this up. The way that it was just weird. Like everything just came together differently.
Yeah, his wife was at the beach. That's what happened. And all of a sudden, I noticed on my email, I happened to glance down on my phone. I'm like, oh, your campaign has now been submitted. I'm like, campaign? What is he doing? He's at home being Mr., antsy pants. He can't wait for me to come up and like help him with all the stuff. So, yeah, that was my surprise. But
it was really weird how things just came together. I don't understand it.
Really, really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so to touch base on the Cardinal, though, I am, in the process of creating it. It's exciting. It's going to be cool. It's in depth. He is my first real Catholic superhero, and it's taking place on or near the 14th century AD, and that's about all I want to reveal. Unless you've read
Mhm.
it. If you've read it, then you already probably can guess where it's going.
Well,
Mhm.
I haven't read it yet.
It's going to be up tomorrow when we put it up on Hero Shack. Uh, and I don't know. We may offer it as an assembled collection when it's done, like in a 1 volume setup, because
Yeah.
it's in our universe, but it's from long ago, so it's not like affecting anything current day. But it will establish a lot of the lore for the cardinal that we're using in the universe today.
Yeah.
It'll help explain his power set and his history beyond his life because it extends backwards. Again,
Yeah, it's
similar to the
a
Phantom.
legacy character, if you will.
Yes, 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 yes. And he is quite cool, at least in my
Uh,
opinion. I'm a little biased.
well, and similar to, say, the Phantom.
Yes, yeah, he was my inspiration for putting it together the way I did. But Eric's got a whole concept that I'm kind of just loosely adapting, and who knows? I mean, one day that should probably be brought to life too, because his the story behind uh, that cardinal is just as compelling. It's just that I would have messed with it too much to make it work in a comic book world, uh,
Yeah.
or at least the one I'm making. um, but like we've actually met Eric, and he's a brilliant writer. Great guy. The whole group we hang out is great. Diana Google Jimmy's. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were sprinkles on ice cream. They were.
Yeah.
But they made everybody stop calling them that because then they said it was a reference to a minority group, which I had never knew, but I guess that was the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they started just being called sprinkles, which was just as fine. I wasn't gonna, I don't care what you call them. Put them on my ice cream.
I
You know,
know. We're funny.
like little candy corn bits of sugar. Put them on there. Get it over with.
Candy corn bits of sugar.
Think about it. What is a sprinkle? It's like just a little, little crunchy little piece of candy corn.
Well, I suppose. Jabronis. So yeah, so Rick, you haven't like the last book that you read of ours, I don't even remember.
Probably number
I still
4.
have I still have it. Was it 4? Is the one I
Well,
have
I think you have number 5.
5?
I'm not.
Yeah. That sounds right. I think it's number 5. Um which is crazy. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
So
So much has
Oh my God.
so much has happened in the last year for me. So
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um
yeah.
but yes, so
I know you're wanting an address, but just in case it goes to the post office, I don't want it sent where I am at the moment.
okay,
Uh,
that's fine.
because I don't have. If it went to the post office, there's no way I could collect it, and it would just end up back at where you guys are.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of money too to, ship it and the whole 9 yards. I'm like, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to let you know that I have it.
Yeah,
And
well, you showed it to me a couple weeks ago, and you know what?
yeah,
I trust you guys in that way.
I know.
And technically, it was a donation that I put in. It's like
Right.
we just sort of worked this out because I was supposed to be coming down, last
I
September, October.
I know.
So,
Right.
things just didn't work out. They're probably not going to work out this year for that either.
Mhm.
I've been looking for a job. Obviously, I haven't got one yet. I just got the forms to apply for geared to income housing here in
Mhm.
Hamilton. Although I have
Okay.
no income, and I'm hopefully going to be putting in that in by next Monday.
Yeah.
But that could take years, although I'm saying I'm homeless, technically. So,
Right.
which in a lot of ways I am because, yeah, my cousins letting me stay here as long as I need to, but,
But you're like, I really would like my own place.
yeah.
I'm sure.
And for the 1st of December, my stuff that's at a storage at a buddy's, I've got to move it somewhere too because
Yeah.
he said I have a year to store it there, just over a year because I put it in at the beginning of November,
Right.
end of October, beginning of November. But
Nice.
so I got to find a place for that in the next month or two because I
You
don't
got a
want
lot
to lose all
going
that.
on. For sure. You got a lot going on. But well, like I said, just keep us posted. We have it.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you at some point in time.
Yeah.
But
Like if I like if once I get settled, maybe
Yeah.
I'll come down or if
Yep.
work permits, and maybe I'll come down there for a couple of days. And
Exactly.
get all of them, or I'll come to a con that you guys are going to be at in the the area or whatever. Maybe I can get at the same con a table or whatever.
Right. No, that's fine. So I'm gonna get ready to go, Chris, because it's like almost 11 o'clock. Are you still there? Chris?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I thought he fell asleep for a minute. I'm like, oh my
I-
God.
I did.
I did.
Listen, yeah, we're gonna have to shut it down, but Rick, thank you for coming. Chat, thank you for being there. Backer, thank you for getting us started. I'm gonna just do a quick little refresh. So we're closing down at $250, 50% funded. That is freaking awesome.
Yep.
We still got 55 days to go.
Yep.
And
Okay. On other thing, you guys want to come on sometime next week? Maybe I know 10 o'clock's not really good for you. Maybe we can make it earlier in the day. Maybe next Thursday.
perhaps.
Let me see.
Time.
Next Thursday. The date of that is going to be the 22nd. What time are you thinking, Rick? Your show usually is what time? I forget.
10 o'clock.
Usually I do it at 10, but that's a Tuesday. Like I can do, since it's a Thursday, I can do it, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Although I think I got something going on that Tuesday. I just can't remember what. Or that 22nd. Oh, I know what it is. It won't interfere.
Okay, so you'd rather do Tuesday then?
No. The Thursday is good, and we'll do about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock on Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah,
8
the
p.m. Thursday.
22nd.
Rick's show.
10-4.
All right, I wrote it in my book. I literally wrote it in my calendar, so I'll remember it. And I'll remind, that guy up there, the one that's falling asleep. But listen, I'm going to go because we've been sitting here for a while. And thank you again for stopping by. Thank you again for amazing backer.
Yes.
And we check it out. It's a great book. Chris, you want to close us out? Go right ahead, sir.
Yes. All right, here we go. I'm just going to play music and hope that you guys consider.
All right.
Cyclopian. Here we go.
right.
Shack Radio Edition
Oh, look, it's
pre-show
my intro, yeah.
featuring the Great Cyclopian,
Okay,
issue
yeah,
number
yeah.
9.
All right.
Now accepting backers at
Ooh, I too
fundmycomic.com.
fancy.
The link is below in the description.
All right.
Thank you.
Here we go. Music.
He's an alien from outer space. He crushed the earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name. This night is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast. Torn apart from heart to mask. Heroes fighting to the last. The great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great Cyclopian, the great. Fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest he